Hello, everyone. Can you hear me in the back? Can you hear me in the front? Well, I am so psyched and so sad at the same time. I'm looking at the people in front of me, and there are just so many friends who are preparing to leave us today. So forgive me, I'll try to hold this together. Welcome, everyone, to the graduation ceremony for Renee Granville Grossman Residential Commons. I'm going to have to begin with something off script. So I just have to tell you that there is a chance of a disruption of the ceremony by lightning. We are not going to let light rain disturb us. You all brought dual-purpose umbrellas, or many of you did. If there's light rain, we will keep going. But if there's lightning, we will make some announcements, and we will have to evacuate over to Ida Noise just for safety. But I don't think that's going to happen, do you? All right. So I'm William Nickel. I'm not speaking on behalf of Lightning. I'm speaking on behalf of my daughter Charlotte and my wife, Maurice Meyer, co-resident dean on the East Side, which is also represented on stage today by Greg and Mary Wildenberg from Cathy House, Serge and Jardine Ulysse of Crown House, Tate Brazos and David Davison from Janata House, and David and Aida Applegate from Wendt House. We're also joined on stage by the West resident deans, Tina Post and Mark Temelko, as well as resident heads Aria Choi and Mark Lakowski. Representing Del Giorno, Halperin, Keller, and Kenwood Houses. Not present on stage, but also deserving special recognition, our community director, Matt Loving, and assistant director of residential life, Honesty Thomas, and the people who were present for so much of your daily life, from the front desk and building staff who helped make RGG your home, to those in Cathy Dining Hall who fulfilled the daunting task of feeding us all. We also thank our resident assistants and resident dean assistants. If you attended any of the approximately 1,000, I calculated this in my head this morning, I think it's probably 1,000 events that took place in our building over the past 4 years in East and West and all the houses, you've been the recipients of their enormous talent and dedication. We give special thanks to our 4 graduating assistants, Madeline Diemers, Genevieve Evans, Daniela Santillan Enriquez, and Chen Wu for their wonderful support and friendship, which we will deeply miss. This is not a time for another convocation speech like the one given on the quad this morning. This is instead a time to reflect on our community of the past 4 years. For all of us on stage to confer appreciation and gratitude to you for everything you've given us. For my family, yours is the first graduating class that we've known for a full 4 years. You arrived when we were just beginning as resident deans, as uncertain as you of what lay ahead. You taught us how to do our work, and we learned together how to make our building feel like home. Part of that process was learning what you missed when you left your family and friends to come here, what was important to you, and you brought vital experience in building community across many cultures. You taught us so much about different ways of living in the world. We thank the families and friends in the audience who, as today's graduates have told us many times, have been so valuable to them, who helped them become the wonderful people that we're privileged to know. Graduates, we celebrate your individual achievements today in a community we have all created. You're ending your time as an undergraduate with those who were beside you when you began. And it reminds us that your achievement is a collective one, a result of study groups and classroom discussions, but also of mutual support, care, and friendship. The wisdom you gained from each other will always serve, regardless of where you work or live. We thank everyone who ventured out into the city with us, from the farmers market down the street to the Lyric Opera House or Steelworkers Park. We thank the athletes, acrobats, and activists who took physical and political risks and deepened our awareness of the importance of teamwork and community. We thank those who sang, from the karaoke singers of Kathy, who really put the rock in Raucous this year, to those who sang in choirs at Rockefeller or took the risk of singing alone at our open mics, showing that it's not auto-tune, but vulnerability and commitment that lands the notes. You helped us celebrate intelligence that isn't artificial and friendships that are real, to feel emotions that aren't quantifiable and love that is embodied. We thank the jokers and debaters of the dining hall tables and house lounges for keeping things light and reminding us of things weighty every day. We feel that same mixture of lightness and heaviness today. Heaviness in the feeling of a community dissolving, of people going separate ways, but joy and pride in this giant nest we built. It is an honor to be here together one last time and to be joined by your family and friends. We're happy to reconnect with your loved ones who were filled with the same mixed feelings that Maurice and Charlotte and everyone on stage feels today when they dropped you off here 4 years ago. And I want to say a personal thank you to all students graduating and still matriculating for teaching me something so important this year. When I returned from sabbatical last fall, I worried that maybe during my year away, everything had changed, given the way that political and technological change had targeted the academy. But you were still grounded, still moved by the deepest questions, still filled with the same desire to create, the same instinct for integrity, and the same capacity and propensity to care. That filled me with renewed hope, and I want to reflect that back to you today as you receive your degrees. And now, it is time, in this spirit of togetherness, of convocation of students, faculty, friends, families, for us to call you forward to receive your degrees. You'll be led toward the stage according to the alphabetical order of your houses. After your name is called, you'll walk across the stage and be greeted by your resident deans and resident heads. Then you will receive your diploma from me on the east side, from Tina Post for west. And as we hand you your diploma cover, we will pause for 2 pictures. One as I hand you the diploma, and then we'll just turn and face the camera with you holding the diploma. Then you will go off stage and pick up your diploma to the right. That's all arranged so that we don't have chaos on stage with something being out of order, so you're sure to get your own diploma. And then we ask that you please return to your seat so that we can complete our ceremony together. So, without further ado, let's commence. The first house will be Kathy. So.
Before we proceed with the ceremonies, we're just going to make a quick reflection on Kathy House. We're the resident heads of Kathy House, Mary and Greg. And Mary and I would like to welcome the members of Kathy House to graduation. Today is a well-earned moment to celebrate with your family and friends. As a member of Kathy House, you've not only earned the moniker Cathodes, but you might recall the unofficial philosophy that Mary and I share at every First House meeting, that Cathodes care for each other. Every year, We marvel at how you all come to UChicago and are thrown into a melting pot of your peers from different beliefs, opinions, and dreams, and embrace our house philosophy wholeheartedly. Be it lending batteries for someone's calculator before an exam, or sacrificing your time to help a friend in the house with a pea set, or preparing homemade food for your house to enjoy as a community. Your embodiment of Cathode's caring for one another is only rivaled by your academic achievements. It is truly inspiring. And we want to just leave you with two things as you embark on your next journey. First, we'd like to thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your lives. Albeit brief, it has been a joy to walk alongside you all at such a pivotal moment in your lives. Likewise, parents, thank you for entrusting us with your amazing children. Second, we urge you to carry the philosophy of Cathode's caring for one another with you in the next phase of your life. Whatever your future community looks like, please take this philosophy of caring for the people that you live with as seriously as you did in the house. We believe, along with all the phenomenal things you will accomplish as individuals, the light and connection you will bring to your communities will make it the same amazing experience that you made Cathy House. Thank you again from the bottom of our hearts, and congratulations.
Team Walid Alotemin, Bachelor of Arts in Data Science, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Yazan Whale Asfer, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Justin Benjamin Belenker, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Master of Science in Chemistry. Aidan Burt, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Surya Chinappa, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science, minor in Computer Science. Allison C. Contreras, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Spanish. Marty L. Cowherd, Jr., Bachelor of Arts in Human Rights, minor in Race, Diaspora, and Indigeneity. Brianna Autumn Davis, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science, minor in Computational Neuroscience. Spencer William Dearman, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Master of Science in Computer Science. Anna Elias, Bachelor of Science in Physics, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Samuel Leonardo Espinal, Jr., Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Asadullah Faiz, Bachelor of Arts in Physics, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Master of Science in Mathematics. Felipe Benzo Ferreira, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Data Science. Lillian Rong Fu, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Literature, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Daniil Yuri Garbuzov, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Master of Science in Financial Mathematics. Mikhail Ghosh, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Physics. Sofia Elena Goitiendia, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, minor in Molecular, Cellular, and Tissue Engineering. Arush Guliani, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics, Master of Science in Financial Mathematics. Catherine Xu Guo, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Cedric Elias Haddad, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. Istahil M. Jama, Bachelor of Arts in History. Yurim Jang, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, minor in Chemistry. Angelica Tamia Jones, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, Bachelor of Arts in Gender and Sexuality Studies. Julia Liu, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, minor in Data Science. Ryan Gerard Michaud, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Siqua A. Muse, Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry, minor in History, Philosophy, and Social Studies of Science and Medicine. Jada Celeste Nervous, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. Jake Ethan Okwubanego, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Biological Sciences. Dylan Etienne Robinson, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Sona Praveen Santry, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Master of Science in Chemistry. Ailey Amelie Sturhan, Bachelor of Arts in Theater and Performance Studies, minor in Chemistry. Isabella Trainer, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Data Science. Ritika Tudmila, Bachelor of Science in Astrophysics, minor in Computer Science. Soraya Lachelle Wilson, Bachelor of Arts in East Asian Languages and Civilizations, Master of Arts in Humanities. Xianxian Shu, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Master of Arts in Social Sciences.
Next, my mic is, all right, there we go. Next, we have Crown House.
Crownies, we are so proud of everything you have accomplished. Please help me welcome the graduates of Crown House. Crownies, you did it!
Tuba Ella Balta, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience. Kennedy Nichelle Coleman, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Maxime Courba, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Mila Victoria Dobrovolska Ivanova, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Romance Languages and Literatures. Genevieve Coutant Evans, Bachelor of Arts in Creative Writing, minor in Cognitive Science, Alasdair John Greenland, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science. Leah Marie Guerrero Mejia, Bachelor of Arts in Human Rights, Bachelor of Arts in Romance Languages and Literatures. Logan Manfred Hansler, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Astrophysics. Benjamin Hubler, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Hazel Kara, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics. Sunwoo Sunny Lee, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development. Yoo-Jin Lim, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Master of Arts in International Relations. Eric Isai Lopez Figueroa, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, minor in Quantitative Social Analysis, minor in Computational Social Science. Edward Hao Yao Luo, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. John Michael Martinez, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts in History. Ivan Alphonse Fausto Paus, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics. Akash Pia, Bachelor of Science in Physics, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Andrew Mark Preby, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Statistics. Tanvi Rao, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Media Arts and Design. Aiden Da Chung Sun, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences. Sarah Emma Pen Thao, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Bachelor of Science in Biological Chemistry, minor in Art History.
Janata House.
Good afternoon. The Janata House class of 2026 brought with them their own distinct culture, set of questions, curiosities, ideas, and talents. But most importantly, each of you brought the most valuable asset you possess, yourselves. Maybe you spent your first year as part of our boisterous and celebrated IM Championship basketball team, or maybe you're still recovering from the dodgeball battle during our chaotic house trip to the trampoline park. Or maybe you dabbled in stand-up comedy during our roast of Reese Clem. Or you consumed heroic amounts of chai or coffee at our coffee, tea, and B study breaks, delighted us with your knowledge of German electronic music, or maybe you just stopped to say hello to B, Tate, or me in the hallway. But however you decided to show up and make the house your own, you enriched our lives and made Janata House a home. It is an incredible privilege to have been present for both some of your first and final moments as undergraduate students at the University of Chicago. And we proudly welcome the Janata House class of 2026 to the stage.
Stella Trixabel Martin Anderson, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters, and Society, Bachelor of Arts in Religious Studies. Rohan Kumar Buluswar, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Simon Camello, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Brendan Thomas Connolly, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Astronomy and Astrophysics. Clara Christine Daimling, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Romance Languages and Literatures. Tanya Jagannath Dolakia, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Chemistry, Master of Arts in Social Sciences with a concentration in Economics. Madeline Engler, Bachelor of Arts in Media Arts and Design, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Roxana Alyssa Fahed, Bachelor of Science in Biological Chemistry, Master of Science in Chemistry. Tuhin Ghosh, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Liana Sanam Hiakali, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering, minor in Immunoengineering. Kristal Huyn, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Media Arts and Design. Michael Andre Capeney, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, minor in Human Rights. Ishan Kumar, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience, minor in Romance Languages and Literatures. Camila Levy, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Hao Yu Ma, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Brian L. Maisonet Oliveras, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Adam Nicholas Rangel, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Jassy Roberts, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Gender and Sexuality Studies. Leah Amalia Sainz Gutenberg, Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology, minor in English and Creative Writing. Michael John Scaribas, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Jerome Alton Swindell, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Spanish. Zachary M. Y. Tan, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in History. Imofe Tochukwu Watse, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Anna Karina Villalona, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Catherine Wong, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Shishua Wang, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Charles P. Weil, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Benjamin C. Wild, Bachelor of Arts in Fundamentals, Issues and Texts, Master of Arts in Humanities. Yizhou William Zhao, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Leon Li Zhou, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Data Science.
Windhouse.
I have the privilege of welcoming the residents of Windhouse to the stage. The members of this graduating class truly went above and beyond on building a community and culture that will endure for years to come. Through your leadership, participation, and commitment to one another, you help make Windhouse a special place to call home. David and I are incredibly proud of all of you and excited for all the opportunities that lie ahead. So please, congratulations, class of 2026.
Angel Laponte, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, minor in English and Creative Writing. Josephine Joan Barbariak, Bachelor of Arts in Fundamentals, Issues and Texts, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Cecia Roxana Benitez, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Theron Kaylin Berner, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Anna Claire Bonham, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, minor in Architectural Studies. Maya Grace Buckley, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, minor in Data Science, minor in Spanish. Lindsay Sharp Carter, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics, Master of Science in Computational and Applied Math. Eleni Lembrini Chronopoulos, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Kathleen Elisa Cora, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Fundamentals, Issues and Texts. Mariani Cruz Velez, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Lucille Catherine Seigel, Bachelor of Arts in Creative Writing, Bachelor of Arts in Russian and East European Studies. Spencer Michael Dalton, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Classical Studies. Alexa D. Darnaby, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience, minor in Health and Society. Madeline Grace Demers, Bachelor of Arts in Music. Shrusti Reddy Donapati, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Data Science. Joaquim P. Gonzalez, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences. Zaid Gonzalez, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Global Studies. Miles Damon Hart, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Cinema and Media Studies. Tae Kyung Hong, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Environment, Geography, and Urbanization. Derek Richard Su, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Sophie Si-Ming Hua, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering, minor in Immunoengineering. Ved V. Jethani, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Clarice Nayun Kim, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, minor in Music, Master of Science in Computer Science. Maya Sarika Kinney, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Romance Languages and Literatures. Anastasia Mary Lamperes, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development, minor in Health and Society. Noah Rebecca Lotan, Bachelor of Arts in History, Bachelor of Arts in Religious Studies. Helena Rose Mandeville, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Malin Laney McKay, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Camilla Elisa Myers, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, minor in Data Science. Anna Nikiforova, Bachelor of Arts in East Asian Languages and Civilizations. Michelle America Ortiz Gonzalez, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts in Romance Languages and Literatures, minor in Education and Society. Vade Parkuth, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Anna Sophia Perez, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Romance Languages and Literatures. Rocio Portal, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Master of Science in Chemistry. Juan Reyes Zavala, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development, minor in Education and Society. Ryan J. Sanghavi, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Daniela Alejandra Santillan Enriquez, Bachelor of Arts in Religious Studies. Leah Julia Sepiashvili, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Kara Shelley Ann Taylor, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Master of Science in Computer Science. Bailey Karjan Whelan, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies. Parth Waklu, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Mekdes D. Woldeson-Bet, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Emily DeMay-Hsu, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, minor in Health and Society.
Post, the Dean of the West Side, and Mark and I only became Deans of the West Side 2 years ago, so I have not had the privilege of knowing you all, since, I think it just maybe came on, I haven't had the privilege to know you all since your freshman year. Nevertheless, it is such a joy and honor to share this day with you and to wish you all the best in the future. And with that, we'll start with Delgiorno House.
Francisca Victoria Añasco Sabat, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. Stafford David Anderson, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Architectural Studies. Alexander Gary Arnell, Bachelor of Arts in Statistics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Nicholas Abraham Barr, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Connor Theodore Bernard, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in History. Ashley Andrea Cruz, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience, minor in Health and Society. Jasmine Denise Cruz, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development, minor in Spanish, minor in Education and Society. Emily Gabriella Dixon, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts in Music. Conrad Edward Dobrev, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Luke William Benbury Dougherty, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Maya Christina Downs, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. Mateo Fredes, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Computer Science. Maya Juanita Garrett, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. James Ernest Grant, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics, minor in Data Science. Thomas Alexander Grant, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters and Society, Bachelor of Arts in History. Aaron Hines Guller, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Philosophy. David Aguilar Hall, Bachelor of Arts in Cinema and Media Studies, Bachelor of Arts in English Language and Literature, minor in Visual Arts. Trinity Jalia Hawley, Bachelor of Arts in Human Rights, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, minor in English and Creative Writing. Haruki Izumi, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Elizabeth Rose Conjoyan, Bachelor of Arts in Archaeology, Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology, Bachelor of Arts in Middle Eastern Studies, minor in chemistry. Claire Elizabeth Linden, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, minor in Human Rights, minor in Environment, Geography, and Urbanization. Viren Myra, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Kimberly Mercado Escobar, Bachelor of Arts in Music, minor in Chemistry. Mark Mungai Mukane, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics. Olivia Ray Okun Dubitsky, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters and Society, Bachelor of Arts in Human Rights, minor in Democracy Studies. Mia Linnell Oliver, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience, minor in Health and Society. Alejandro Jorge Orihuela Mesias, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Latin American and Caribbean Studies. Ethan Knezovich, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Luke Hunter Phillips, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Clara Lucia Myler Rathke, Bachelor of Arts in Art History, Bachelor of Arts in Medieval Studies, Master of Arts in Humanities. Aiden Fabian Sanchez, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Maria Staravoida, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Computational Social Science. Yusuf Adam Tazwi, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Isabella Eliana Villa, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development. Arya Vinit Vohra, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Ruo Tien Wang, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Robert Kon Xing, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in East Asian Languages and Civilizations.
It's my honor to welcome the class of 2026 graduates of Kenwood House.
On behalf of myself, Laura, Elliot Bennett, and of course, the Prince Pooch of Kenwood, Seth, please join me in welcoming the graduates of 2026 Kenwood House.
Meghna Anand, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Tolare Leighton Peko Bademosi, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, minor in French, minor in Health and Society. Olivia Margaret Brett Major, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering, Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry. Jake Ryan Kardonic, Bachelor of Arts in Statistics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Data Science. Kenneth Stephen Sius, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science. Peter Deegan Cross, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science. Mark Falenchuk, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Astronomy and Astrophysics. Henry Roscoe Felgenhauer, Bachelor of Science in Statistics. Jordan Alexandria Fox, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Alexandra Hamza, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, minor in Spanish. Ji-Young Kim, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, minor in English and Creative Writing. Fatima Abdi Madej, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Master of Science in Computer Science. Nicholas Javier Martin, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics, Bachelor of Arts in East Asian Languages and Civilizations, Master of Arts in International Relations. Kaltun Abdirahman Mohamed, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Grace Catherine Moritz, Bachelor of Arts in Comparative Human Development, Bachelor of Arts in Gender and Sexuality Studies. Laridin Eunice Beryl Noldred, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Ilyas Qureshi, Bachelor of Science in Physics, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Reese Julius Ramirez, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Emberlyn Belbert St. Hilaire, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Health and Society. Lucienne Therese Tody Martinez, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, minor in Theater and Performance Studies. Davis Lonnie Turner, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Environment, Geography, and Urbanization, minor in East Asian Languages and Civilizations. Rick H. Yoon, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, minor in Physics.
Joachim Das.
Ryan Salasia Jaho, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Please join me in welcoming the class of 2026 graduates of Keller House.
Yuto Abe, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Data Science. Christopher Robert Tate Buyalos, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Juliana Cristina Carrero Oliver, Bachelor of Arts in History, Philosophy, and Social Studies of Science and Medicine, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Zhixuan Marcus Chandra, Bachelor of Science in Statistics, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Guangzhe Chen, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Anthony Pak Hong Chiang, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Wei Yin Chong, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Statistics. Charles Mikhail Davis, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. Simon Joshua Dixon, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Sayla Christine Dungy, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science. Philip Weston Gilchrist Durr, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Samantha Lisbeth Flores, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science. Henry Allen Fortes Timmerman, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Ryan Michael Guthrie, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Rafael Alexandro Gutierrez, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience. Megan Ha, Bachelor of Arts in English Language and Literature, Bachelor of Arts in History, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters, and Society. Declan London Hilfers, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Anderson Hu, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Kushal Singh Jammu, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Saw-Ik Jang, Bachelor of Arts in Art History. Bin-Jae Zhou, Bachelor of Science in Data Science, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics. Jeffrey Yuchi Ki, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, minor in Statistics. Yun Hao Ke, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Michelle Minseo Kim, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Kyung Phil Lee, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Statistics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Catherine Tsong Tsong Lu, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Timothy Liu, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters and Society, minor in Cognitive Science. Carrington Elizabeth Mattis, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Omi K. Mbai, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Michael Jin Nelson, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Vishal Sai Potineni, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Data Science. Jack Q, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Data Science. Marcos Antonio Rodriguez, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Zhijong Sang, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science. Peter Dennis Scheidt, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Uriel Vargas, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Riley D. Martini Behar, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics. Kayla Isabel Wanahida, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science, minor in English and Creative Writing. Diego Alex Williams, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Ha Xiang Xiong, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Media Arts and Design.
Okay, please join me in welcoming the class of 2026 graduates of Halpern House.
Adele Almansi, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics. Esteban Azagra, Bachelor of Science in Biological Chemistry, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry, minor in Molecular, Cellular, and Tissue Engineering. Kristen Beltran Ryback, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Tessa Karen Brummel, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Master of Arts in Social Sciences with a concentration in Psychology. Lauren Yunse Chang, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Tomas Blaguets de Abreu e Silva, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering. Valentina De Pablo, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering, minor in Architectural Studies. Annie Fang, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Media Arts and Design. Lucas David Gabay, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Lillian Jane Gilbert Smith, Bachelor of Science in Molecular Engineering, minor in English and Creative Writing. Maya Goldkorn, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science, minor in Data Science. Grace Helen Greeno, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, minor in Chemistry. Emma Catherine Herzig, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics. Nora Quinn Holmes, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters and Society, Bachelor of Arts in History. Minxiu Zheng, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Data Science. Mark Kamulegea, Bachelor of Arts in Music, minor in English and Creative Writing. Inanna Kanza, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Matthew Peter Jaewon Kim, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. Dyuthi Sai Kumar, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Hannah Jamay Love, Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences, minor in Visual Arts. Kelly Amaya Lynch, Bachelor of Arts in Environment, Geography, and Urbanization, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, minor in French. Julia Marine, Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, minor in Russian and East European Studies. William Matthew Morsund, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, Bachelor of Arts in History. Mia Sonali Nathan, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. James William Passmore, Bachelor of Science in Physics, minor in Computer Science. Nicholas George Plana Trachtenberg, Bachelor of Science in Computational and Applied Mathematics. Henry Lee Ponishani, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, minor in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Annette Rodriguez, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Rachel Rodriguez, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience. Mia Melody Rojas, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Aman Sharma, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Bryce Alexander Shufro, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Nicola Simon, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Arts in Economics. Sydney Rochelle Spar, Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics, Bachelor of Arts in East Asian Languages and Civilizations. Emma Chi-jun Tsung, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, minor in Health and Society, minor in Neuroscience, Master of Arts in Social Sciences with a concentration in Psychology. Junmeng Yang, Bachelor of Arts in Cognitive Science, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Ruo Chen Yang, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Jingyi Zhou, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
Okay, we made it through with no rain. We just have, yes. Lots of sun though, so I know people are in a hurry, but we want to do one last thing here. So I would like to ask the graduates of the 2026 class to please turn to your family and friends in the back and on the sides and give them a wave and a round of applause. And now, friends and family, join us in giving one last round of applause to our graduates of this year. Thank you all so much for being here today. We don't have the bagpipers to lead us out in a recessional. So I'm going to ask the seniors to lead the way to the sides, under the trees in the shade, and to the back. And find your families, and we will find you to say our last goodbyes to you. But thank you all for being here, and congratulations again.